Jenny McCarthy Show.
Oh! Congratulations, you guys. The Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. I mean, that is such a big freaking deal. That's like every little girl's dream. Like that and a Victoria's Secret model, you know?
Yeah. It's
growing up. I mean, what did you do when you get the call saying, guess what? You're in the magazine.
Cry.
yeah, she did.
Yeah. Cry. Yeah.
It's very exciting. MJ, it's very emotional talking to her. We had a connection from the beginning, and it's just so powerful to be in the magazine because a lot of girls look up to us and we inspire a lot of them. So it's just, I'm thankful to be here.
100%. And when you guys first get the call, do you go like, I got to stop eating carbs, or do you change your diet or anything?
No, I feel like, honestly, part of what we were all talking about this before. It's like the law of attraction. It's kind of preparing and feeling like you're ready before you even get it. I think you have to believe that you deserve it. So we're all really pretty diligent about like being responsible as part of our jobs. I don't think that we would feel like we deserved it if we were just like kind of sitting at home eating bonbons on our ass all day.
I totally get that. Tom Cruise used to say he calls it he stays ready. He just always stays
ready so you don't have to get ready.
Oh God! But I've lost that after doing so many shoots in my life. I'm like, I moved to the Midwest, and I'm like, I don't give a shit anymore.
You look amazing, though. You look incredible, and I don't think you need to give a shit anymore. Because, like, pretty soon I'm gonna be like, I'm done.
Do you guys think there is an expiration date anymore for models? It doesn't seem that way with Tyra Banks being on the cover at 45.
All. I love it.
No, I don't think that there's an expiration date. And I also feel like success is obviously in so many other forms. That's why I also love Sports Illustrated, because a lot of these women represent so much more than just bikinis and their faces. They're entrepreneurs.
It's true. We get to hear you guys speak now. It's not just Vanna White's letters.
It's not only a pretty face.
Exactly. So where did you guys go for the photo shoots this year?
Jasmine and I, we went to Costa Rica. Yeah. And it was really fun. We shot in the Black Sand Beach. It was a little challenging, but, you know, it is what it is, and it was fun.
Did your knees get banged up, too?
Of course.
Oh, my God, yes.
Always shooting at the beach.
For days. It was well worth it, though.
But what was the challenging part? Just the pain of, like, kneeling on sandy beaches? Or is it, like, the weirdo that's never been on a photo shoot staring at you?
No,
that part's always a little weird.
I don't think there were any of those.
No, we have a pretty great crew. You know, most of them, it's all girls, all women. Yeah. And the photographer,
so nice.
The photographer, I knew the photographer like 8 years of my career. I've been shooting with him, so I felt really, really comfortable.
I mean, when I shot for Playboy, I always remember knowing who.
Tell us about that.
Hey. Fuck, man. I never modeled before in my life, and like,
oh my God.
I didn't know what I looked like. A mugshot. That's what it looked like.
No, are you kidding me? You are way too hard on yourself. I think we need to
all
compliment your
comfortable.
10 things that we love about you. Go.
I'm like, this hair is everything.
But I could totally, I would totally tell the new guy because their eyeballs would be saucers. So I'm like, who's that? They're like, it's a new catering guy. I'm like, get rid of it.
No, you should. Yeah, you're
That's
naked.
perfect.
You should be comfortable.
No, I mean, for us, at least for me, all the guys were in swimsuits. Like the guys and the women were in swimsuits. So for me, it felt like it was everybody a day on the beach and we were just hanging out and kind of more of like a guerrilla shoot. And
mine was literally all females. And I was in South Australia, and it's the winter there, so I was naked on the beach in the freezing cold with a python snake around my body.
With a python.
Because that's what ladies do.
Yeah,
we walk around with
normal.
pythons
I feel like the
us.
only weirdos would have had to be like and not even weirdos, but just like people staring would have to be the people on vacation.
But I think
we were shooting on the beach, so I'm like, at one point they built like a huge
like wall.
I guess you would want to call it like a trapeze situation. No, I was in like gym rings and stuff. But no, they built that outside of someone's home. And like, I remember the family coming out and they're like, okay, we thought we had a beach view, but now we have a girl hanging from two palm trees.
Like, cover your eyes,
I have no idea. Right. I'm like, get your kids inside.
Does it surprise you guys how creative photographers can be to shoot topless but not show nipple and still a swimsuit issue?
Listen,
I mean, sometimes. It depends on who you're working with, but yeah.
I would sometimes rather be It was easier to be topless sometimes. I have to model the top correctly.
That's true.
Wearing a very
true.
tiny top and it moves.
For me, it's a little hard because I have a little
you got blessed
volume
more than
in
I
there,
did,
but
girl.
it's hard to cover it.
Olivia, I know that you had a previous encounter with a photographer that wasn't very nice. And was that same photographer back again this year?
Yes. So Yusai, didn't he shoot you guys?
He
Or no?
didn't.
No.
I had James.
We had
so
James.
Yusai is actually, we're best friends. He was just like, I think he was just testing me a little bit.
Or
but
he had his period that day?
Was I what?
I said he had his period.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure he would admit that as well. But now we're friends, and I think he was just trying to kind of ham it up for probably, the cameras.
He's acting. It's all.
Yeah. But it
was
was
playing the
scary, you
villain.
guys. I didn't even know that he was acting.
Oh my God. I remember seeing it and you were like terrified. I was like, I
Actually,
No,
I was
I was
shooting
gonna
with
cry.
him and a Bazaar, whatever magazine, and then he showed me the videos and he was like, she believed it. I was like,
You guys, that's so funny. I
mean,
didn't
I
believe
believed
it.
it.
I was petrified. My manager was like, Olivia, we're leaving. And I was like, okay.
I mean, if I was the photographer, I'd be scared shooting Tyra Banks after watching her show.
I know, yeah.
Tell
So
you
true.
exactly what you're doing and doing wrong. Now, Lais, you had a baby before becoming a model.
Yes, I did.
So how did you deal with all the travel and being involved with your son's life and any stretch marks?
Well, it was really hard in the beginning. I had to leave him in my hometown for 5 years with my family and his dad. And then finally, I was traveling a lot, like back and forth to see him. It was really, really hard. And for him as well. Sometimes, 2 months without seeing him, and then he will call my mom, and that hurt my feelings as well. But now he's here, and he's going to be 11, and he's a wonderful kid. He's a brilliant.
Aww.
Yeah.
Do you take him with you?
To traveling, not much because he goes to school here in New York. So when I can, I do. And I'm taking him to the Victoria's Secret because he asked me to go to the show this year. So I was like, why not? So he's already in that teenager.
Oh, no.
He knows he has a cool mom.
Looking at the
he has a
girls
pass.
differently.
I know. People also always ask me the question years ago when I was younger, like, what are you going to do when your son is older? And
I know.
he's going through puberty, and he sees your magazine. I said, I'll deal with it when the time comes.
I
Yeah,
know
it's
exact day
fine.
by day because
And-
I remember one day we went to the pharmacy. I got a magazine that I was in it, and I had lingerie on it. And he's like, "Mom, you're naked." He was 5 years old. I was like, "No, I'm not." That's how I pay your bills. So
Just wait.
It's all good.
You know what? That's a really good answer because that's exactly what I said to my son. I said,
It is.
That's,
It is.
I'm like, this is the house we're living in because of that magazine.
Exactly.
So, were any of you ladies approached to attend the Fire Festival? I got to know because I'm sure you watched the
All of
document.
us, right?
For what?
I
For
mean,
Fire
the
Festival,
fire-
I was there actually.
I was
What?
asked
We were
to
all
go.
asked.
We
All of us.
we
I
were
did not
promoting
go.
the thing.
Oh my
I
God,
did not
please
go,
tell
did not
me.
promote.
Actually, I call it out even before everything started because we got in there. I didn't have room. Makeup artists and hairstylists didn't have room. They're very disrespectful. 9 a.m. We're like they're giving us cocktails and some other stuff. And I'm like I came here to work. What the fuck is this? It was a nightmare already.
Were you there for the actual festival part or for the
No, I didn't
making
go.
of?
I didn't go to the festival. Yeah, it was
Okay,
just
so
a
you were for that commercial.
Yeah, it was a little nightmare. The whole thing already there before the festival.
So when you guys watched it, were you in total shock by what they did?
Yeah, well, first of all, we were like,
was.
those were all of our friends pretty much in there. So it was weird. I don't know. That's insane.
Does it make you more cautious though? Like
You
moving
know what?
forward?
It was supposed to be a job. They called our agency. Everything was normal. So we went down there to do a job, which it wasn't. And then when
Right.
we watched the documentary, it was really crazy. It was.
Well, I'm glad you guys
know
came out
everything
of it.
already.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys came out of it totally okay. Jasmine, what were you doing in Japan with Olivia and Shay?
Ooh, Japan. That was actually my first time going. We went out there for a client revolve. So we went out there to revolve around the world and just take in the culture. And honestly, for me, I had the greatest time. I want to go back. It was
I love a wig.
We had so much fun.
The outfits.
It was,
Jasmine
oh my God.
every day had a different wig on.
Every day.
Every day
I had
wanted was
moments.
at the bar. I always knew where to find her.
They were like, "Who is this girl looking like Tweety
She wanted
Bird
to find
at the
her
bar?"
alter ego.
I was like, "Sorry guys, I just had to play into the whole thing from the outfits, but head to toe. I let my hairstylist just have some fun.
What
we had
a
a blue
fun
one, an
life.
orange one, a
Yellow.
yellow one, a black one. I think Shay Mitchell put on the black one at one night." So we just had a good time. It's girls
That
hanging
sounds
out,
so much
traveling
fun.
together.
Now, Jasmine, you also went. You met actually Gwendolyn Christie at New York Fashion Week. She plays Brienne of Tarth. In case you guys
Yes,
don't know.
yes.
I would have freaked out. I would have done the whole ceremony, got on my knee, and said, "I will protect you."
I actually, the best part is, and please do not give me any type of giveaways or anything that's going on in this. I just started watching Game of Thrones. I know.
I never saw one single episode.
I am now on, I think I watched 6 episodes of season 3 last night on the flight, and my agents will probably kill me. They're like, "Why are you tired?" I'm like, "I needed to know what happened with the dragons." And Khaleesi, I'm like, Khaleesi just got her army.
You have a long
I'm
way
just
to
so
go.
happy.
Just wait,
I know.
just
I have a
wait.
very long way to go. But no,
Was
I
anything
actually
said?
met her. We were doing a Facebook Live with Edward Enninful for British Vogue. And I remember meeting her, and I was just like, "Oh my God, you're real. Like, who, like, I cannot believe this." And now that I watch the show, I'm like, "Oh my God, that's my friend." Like, I'm like freaking out.
I know her.
Like, exactly. Like, I remember I
That's
told my
amazing.
friends, like, "Hey, go watch this Facebook Live." And they were like, "Do you know who you were sitting next to?" And I'm like, "No." And now I watch it, and I'm like, the most badass person in
Right?
the show. That's why. She is amazing. I love her.
I had the
And the
Kingslayer
sweetest
on
soul.
my show. The of course, I'm forgetting his name. I call him the Kingslayer, but he was on the show, and I didn't.
He
I
just
hadn't
got his
watched the
hand cut
show.
off.
Okay, you
I'm
definitely
like,
know who
we're
he-
there.
He was on my show like in the first when I first started the show, and I didn't watch Game of Thrones yet, so I was like, yeah, whatever. I did a picture of like holding a fake
Yep.
hand that fell off, and then 2 years later, I started watching the show, and I'm like, why didn't I just do more with him?
Exactly. That's
Totally
literally
geek
me now. I'm like, Gwen, are you busy? Like, can we go do lunch? Because I just want to restage some of these photos.
Right.
Like, these scenes are crazy.
While I have a few minutes left, I want to talk about love with my Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue models. Olivia, you've been liking a lot of Christian McCaffrey's Instagram posts. Have you met him
Oh
yet?
boy, you
You
go straight
guys,
to the
I've
point.
never even met him. I've never even met him. Can't you just like a photo?
She's like, you've been liking a lot now.
Social media friends.
Can't you
I
just double
so
tap?
find
And
it.
sometimes it's an accident.
Well, when
My
you
hand slipped.
when it was
Right.
announced that you were single, what did your DMs look like?
Oh my God, you guys! You know how many people I want to just out? Nothing irks me more than when someone slides in my DMs. First of all, that's my number one red flag that I'm never going to date you. And
Thank
second
God.
of all, if you have a girlfriend or a wife and you are sliding in my DMs, I am going to put you on blast.
Doesn't it make you so
I
uncomfortable?
really want to do it. I really want to like screen cap all of them and just be like, hey, all of you guys, tell your wives that they need to leave.
And we're talking about like sometimes famous people, correct?
Very famous.
Yeah, for sure. And I'm just like, ugh, I'm offended that you think that I would even take the bait, honestly.
Well, I think the worst part is when it's like the guys that are like saying what's up to your boyfriend, and then the next thing you know,
that's
they're in your
so messed
DMs,
up,
and you're
too.
like, guys, come on now. It's a little. We have girl code, so we
Yeah,
definitely
guys.
share who's in the DMs.
And then maybe you'll secretly share it with me someday.
We'll send you the list.
We'll just screenshot the list and shoot it over to you.
You guys are so fucking awesome. I love all of you. Congratulations on your
Thank
success. You guys
you.
come back. You have befriended
Thank
me in this
you.
show to promote
Thank
anything you
you.
want. Olivia Culpo, Lais Ribeiro, and Jasmine Sanders. You guys, congratulations. Thank you so much. Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue is out now. Let's take a picture together, okay?
Thank you.
We'll be right back.
Thank you.
Jenny McCarthy Show. Oh!